Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, sports. We have an interview with Frankie Gavin. Frankie, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you, mate. Hope you're well.
Thank you so much for talking to BWTM Sports. I don't know if you remember, we did an interview back when Tyson Fury was having his second fight with a rematch with Derek Chisora. Thurman was fighting against Bundu. You remember that?
Yes, I do, mate.
Yeah.
I do perfectly, yeah.
Great. So, how you been, Frankie?
Get back into the swing of things. Obviously, I've got a new gym now. I've teamed up with Dean Edwards. He's my new head trainer. Just changing him around. I run my own gym. My gym, which is good. Then I feel at home.
Okay, so tell us where your gym is, Frankie.
It's in Acots Green, Birmingham. It's a gym. I like to amateurs. And I'm the only pro here training with Dean.
So what made you make the decision to get your own gym, mate?
I've only got 2 years left in boxing. Nothing else for me. I wanted to stay in boxing. I've got kids, something that they can do as well. And hopefully give back what I've been shown.
Fantastic, Frankie. So for those people who don't know your record, let everybody know exactly who you are.
My name's Frankie Gavin. As an amateur, I was English European Union and still Britain's only ever world amateur champion. And as a professional, I was Irish, British, Commonwealth champion, world and European and world title challenger as a pro. I lost to Cal Brook in 2005.
Okay, Frankie, let's get the things that have been held or criticisms that are made towards you is that you are, you should be fighting at welterweight. Maybe you should fight at light welterweight. What's your
no chance. Listen, I probably could have made it back when I was younger, but it's a lot harder to make that, and I'm a lot bigger than people give me credit for. When I met with my new life anyway, the first thing he said was 10 stones and no go. We're going to make it at well, and we're going to build you up and get you stronger.
So to those people say, I remember the conversation that said on Sky, they said that because you eat a lot or you're not disciplined, that's why you can't make that weight. What's your response to that?
They never read it. They know what I'm doing and what I'm not doing. You just going off here, saying whatever they want. They're not around me. They don't see me. Do you know what I mean? They're just talking.
So do you feel you've had a fair crack and whip when it comes to the journalists and the media when they've said things about Frankie Gavin in terms of your weight, in terms of how you approach the sport of boxing?
A couple of times I've done things wrong and I haven't lived the right life. Times to change. Like I said, I couldn't make 10, so maybe I could make it, but I definitely couldn't perform at it.
So you're going to carry on as a welterweight. What's the plans for you going forward, and where have you been?
I've been everywhere really. Lately, I boxed in May. I boxed.
Okay.
He beats a lot of prospects. He beats a lot of unbeaten fighters. I beat him on points. And 2 weeks later, I boxed in Glasgow against Nicaragua, and I knocked him. And then I've had a little break. Got a lot of young kids. I've got my gym up and running. Now I'm going to be back in February. We're looking at fighting Curtin Woodhouse again.
So you're looking to again. Why do you want to fight Curtis Woodhouse again?
Because I didn't beat him as good as I should have last time. He's got a big mouth and he thinks he can beat me, and I think I know. So I want to put that to bed. Put Curtis to bed as well.
So the thing about you and Curtis is that just a friendly rivalry? Is there something there between yourself?
Listen, I don't hate him, but I want to punch him really hard in the face.
Where did this all stem from?
Him and his mouth.
So are you? I mean, in terms of is it a local rivalry? I mean, I can't remember where Curtis Woodhouse actually is.
He's from by Sheffield way.
Right.
He used to play for Birmingham City as a professional footballer.
Right.
He's very well known around here, and it's just a bit. We got the fight. It made sense in Birmingham, but they never put it in Birmingham or in the Midlands. It didn't make that much sense. Now we're looking at putting it on in Wolverhampton or Birmingham, so it's gonna get where it should be.
Okay.
Fan base there.
For a guy that has done so much as an amateur and so much you've done as a pro, do you feel that you've shown the world the best yet, or do you think there's still more to come?
Still to come. Yes, I'm 32. That's how you pass your prime then. But I've never been in wars really. I'm not like I can. There's a lot more to come.
In terms of your promoters and what's working with you now, how you work in terms of promoters? Who's going to promote you?
Managed, and I've got an offer on the table of Eddie Hearn. I've got another offer off the table. I won't mention who that's off yet. And I've got an offer on the table of Dennis Thompson. I'm going to follow more, have a look at them more, go through more. Me and Dean Edwards. Dean Edwards is also a manager, so he can help me have managerial decisions as well. Even though I've no good job, bit of help on the outside.
Well, how important do you think it is? I mean, you talk about being self-managed. Don't you think? Just as a question, is it just have somebody sort your management side of things out, and you just focus on the boxing?
It is, yeah, but as a manager, as much as there is at the beginning. Now it's just about fights for me now. I can do that myself. What's the point of me giving someone a quarter of my money? What's the point of me giving a quarter of it out when I can do that myself?
That's interesting, but can a manager do things that maybe you couldn't do because they've got a bit more experience in manager side? And you think you're experienced in doing now?
There is, yeah, but if the right promoter comes, I've got a solicitor who can do things for me, and even a manager can do, and he'll do my solicitor and all that sort of aspects.
Okay, in terms of media, kind of like perception, what's the thing that you feel that you've misunderstood about?
Body weight, stuff like that. So I had a lot of bad news when I first went professional. Don't want to bring it up again.
Yeah.
There was a lot. Got to me a lot and made my head go a bit crazy. Maybe I should have seen a doctor at the time. I don't know. It's hard to get back. But now I'm back on plan. I'm the happiest I've ever been.
What did you learn from the fights with Kell Brook, Bundu? What did you learn from those fights?
It was a close fight, but I thought I won. And Kell Brook is just too big. Very accurate.
So, okay, you've got Kell Brook, the welterweight division, which you've got the likes of Keith Thurman, Errol Spence. Those are big welterweights. How are you going to handle those guys?
Thinking them just yet. I just think about going through Europe first. The lad who just beat Egginton. I know Egginton beat me, but I believe I beat that French kid very handily as well. Around there first. I'm not in a place or position to call out the big names yet, but I will get there. Okay,
so your first mark is Curtis February.
Yeah.
Is that gonna be on TV? Do you know, or?
It's gonna be on TV. There's definitely a channel on it. It's not definitely that fight yet. I'm still waiting on the yes or no. So I've got other fights. Also got a lot of Josh Kelly, maximum fighter, so that could be an option.
How close would it be for you, Amir Khan, potentially?
If I win, goes Woodhouse, and then I don't know where that would put me. But listen, I'm still ranked pretty high. I'm 5 in your career, having already beat the number 1. Amir Khan has to get back down to welterweight. That's if he's gonna. Then we'll see from there.
Would you fancy a fight against Amir Khan? And clash of styles, southpaw, orthodox, guys got very fast hands, both Olympians.
Got a glass chin.
And you and you think you've got the power to stop Khan then?
I don't think it people and lot of hitters have got Khan before. Why could not?
So you fancy your chances against Khan? Okay, that'd be a nice good fight, wouldn't it?
It's a hard fight. I'm not sure.
Okay, that's a good fight. It's definitely a good fight for you. Simon Egginton, he lost the other night. What did you think of that loss? You think so? And I know it was. I was in the camp with him. I knew he weren't himself. I knew the weight was a problem. Let's go back to this thing about promoters. What's going to be the deal for you? You've worked with Eddie Hearn before. Dennis Hobson would be a new thing. What do you think it's going to take for you to say, yes, I want that promoter? Is it better for Frankie Gavin to work with, go over old Grant, or work with new?
I'd work again with a man. It's just the right fight. I mean, I'm still ranked, still very, very well known, really, especially in British boxing.
Yeah.
So a lot of people want to take my scalp, and then a lot of people want to fight me. So there's still options out there. Very big options.
When you were unbeaten through the ranks, you were hot property. Now that you've been beaten a couple of times, how are you perceived in the boxing world, do you feel?
obviously a bit older, so I'll get back there. I'll get that boy to fight me again.
And I know I spoke to Dean Edwards before. He did mention his connections with you. How close are you and Dean Edwards?
Family, Dean. I grew up with Dean when I knew Dean all my life.
Ah, so it's a close connection there.
Yeah, it's like a connection I've known more. I think just because he was new to the game was the reason I never went with him. But he used to give me advice, and me being what Frankie is, I don't really take advice.
So
I've realised now.
So I know a lot of people say. I know a lot of people. Go ahead, Frankie.
Pardon?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying a lot of people, like, with Dean, I know he's got my interest at heart. He's only there for me. The decisions he makes will be for Frankie Gavin's interest only.
Fantastic. Yeah, absolutely fantastic here. Frankie, it's great to hear from you again. For those people who want to follow you on Twitter, what's your Twitter?
Frankie Gavin 1 on Twitter and Frankie Gavin 1 on Instagram.
Okay, and Frankie?
Give the follow and I'll give you.
Frankie, and also for the people young people in the area that might want to come down to your gym and use your gym.
Yeah, Stevie B's full ages over 6, and pop your head in and we'll give you a time and a date. It's first session free for everyone.
Thank you so much, Frankie, for the interview. We appreciate you, Frankie Gavin.
Oh, brilliant, mate. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Take care, mate.
You take care, soon. See you soon, champ.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So there you have it, live and exclusive BWTM Sports. Frankie Gavin is back. He's looking to fight Curtis Woodhouse. In fairness, said he'd be interested in the Amir Khan fight, saying he's got a glass chin. Smaller guys have dropped Khan, so he fancies his chances, and he's confirmed he will be returning welterweight. So that's the first of our interviews tonight. We hope you've enjoyed that. Join us again at 8 p.m. We've got Dean Edwards, Jamie Cox. At 9 p.m. we've got Ian Lewison in his crunch matchup against Joe Joyce. That's tomorrow night, live and exclusive. At 10 p.m. we've got Bermain Stavern talking about Joe Joyce. And at midnight, Gennady Golovkin trainer Abel Sanchez at midnight will be talking to us live and exclusive. And don't forget, tomorrow, 10 p.m. Vegas time, 7 p.m. No, 6 p.m. UK time. We'll be talking to James Ali Bashir. And on Sunday night, 8 p.m., we'll be talking to Rob Brunt, the guy that the super middleweight, unbeaten super middleweight, who fights Jürgen Bremer in the World Boxing Super Series. This is BWTM Sports. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.